welcome to Golf Betting Club, the closing stretch. I'm Diane Knox Balas, and I'm joined by maybe the two happiest brothers in all of the land today, Duncan and Neil Campbell. You cannot hide those smiles on your faces today, guys, which I'm taking as it was a good money day with the Saudi International.
Doesn't get more stressful than today. we've landed our first win of a year, 60-1, Harold Varner. So come on.
Okay, but it didn't come without stress, because I saw you put on Twitter that you told everyone we had to delay the recording of the show this morning. Of course, I'm in Florida, so by the time I turned it on, he was on like 15, but it was touch and go at the end. But Duncan, talk us through what happened on 18.
Yeah, so even before then, Bubba Watson finishes birdie eagle on 17 and 18 to finish in at 12 under par. At the same time, Harold Varner bogeys the 16th, the par 3, 16th hole, and he's 2 shots behind with 2 holes to go. So he gets himself a birdie on 17, which is great. The last hole is a drivable, not drivable, but it's an easy par 5. It's downwind, a good drive, and you can reach the green in 2 with a short iron. Harold puts it in the rough off his drive, gets it to greenside in 2, and then he holds what can only be described as a monster putt for Eagle to snatch the win. So we don't have to do the show and a playoff simultaneously. We can just relax now and enjoy Harold's win.
Neil, are you relaxed?
No. Just feel shaky now.
Well,
took a video or something.
Yeah, I'm going to show this video that you posted on your Twitter right now, actually, because your reaction is priceless.
Go on. Yeah! Yeah, well, I was just taking the video. One of my friends that didn't have the TV coverage, so I was taking the video just to show him how close he's going to have for a birdie putt. And I could see it just like getting over the ridge, and I was like, wait a minute, this looks quite good. And then it just started tracking. And then I was just like, this is going in. And I just could not contain. That was just a natural reaction.
Oh,
so happy. I'm still watching the replays.
Are you? Well, we have our first Golf Betting Club winner of 2022, which is great. A fantastic start. And hopefully we can continue that later today with the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am on the PGA Tour. So, this tournament, I'm sure you know by now, but it's a 3-course rotation on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then on Sunday, everyone's playing Pebble Beach. So looking at the leaderboard, at the top, we've got 3 in Bo Hossler, Andrew Putnam, and Tom Hoge. So guys, what do you make of the guys that are sitting at the top right now in the position that they're in?
I think before we get onto that, Dan, we probably need to mention Seamus Power's collapse yesterday. It looked like when we've done the last couple of blogs for this that it was going to be a completely different event. We thought that Seamus Power would probably have the lead coming into today, and obviously he fell away yesterday quite badly. And now we've got a completely different scenario where we've got 3 guys who probably didn't expect to challenge for this event now competing at the top, and the event has a completely different feel to it from what it had 24 hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, Neil, heading into Saturday, Power had like a 5-shot lead, and after shooting 64, he on Saturday a 10-shot difference in that 74. And we've talked so much about him. He's got 1 win on the PGA Tour, but it came in one of these alternate field events. So, that when you're at the top of the leaderboard, the pressure's really hard to almost get used to and then capitalize on.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a really hard one for Seamus to come back from now. Like I said, we were thinking before the round, is he going to get to about 20 or 21 under? And then everyone's got to try and get about 3 or 4 back. But no, I watched most of his round yesterday, and he was pulling most shots left. He just looked a completely different player, and it was kind of like a reminder of when he let us down 2 weeks ago, when he was 2 shots off the lead going into the final round, and we really topped up his chances that day. But that's 2 in a row now, when he's kind of like been a great chance to win. He might pull it back today, but I think he's got a big task ahead of him now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Duncan. So those three names at the top that we were talking about, Hossler, Putnam and Hoge, are any of those names that you're going to be looking at this Sunday?
I think they've all got a chance. I think, they're obviously in contention, and leaders do have a good record here. I think in the last 5 years, the winner has come from a guy who's either been first or second after the third round. So those at the top of the leaderboard have generally got a good chance of capitalising and getting a win. I think we've spoken on past shows about how I dislike Tom Hoge in contention, whereas Neil rates him a bit stronger. So me personally, Tom Hoge isn't a bet for me. He did start slowly yesterday and brought himself back into it. And he may well be due a win soon. But for me, Tom Hoge is one that I would look to pass over. And in terms of the other two, I would prefer Putnam over Hossler. Putnam's largely been reliable in contention. I know that he had a bit of a fallback at last year's Shriners Children's Open. He kind of went backwards on the final round. But other than that, he's got a PGA Tour win to his name. He's generally been solid enough in contention. And Bo Hossler is been out of contention for a while. He's kind of lost his way a little bit in the last year or so. And there might be a bit of contention rust for Hossler that I think might be his undoing. So out of the three, for me, it would be Putnam, but Neil might have a different opinion.
Yeah, well, I think we disagree a little bit on Bo Hossler as well. Duncan is not a fan of him, but he hasn't been in contention in quite a few years, so it's hard to tell how he's going to do today. I was just looking back at how he sort of fared years ago when he was last in contention. He co-led with Ian Poulter. It was back in 2018, but he made a good performance that day, and he shot a 66 to get into a playoff, which he lost. But considering he was ranked about 200 or 300th in the world, it was a good final round performance. He's looked pretty comfortable. Like yesterday, he was in complete control of his swing. He looked pretty calm to me. He is the biggest odds out of the sort of front pack. You can get 10-1 on Bo Hossler finishing the job, considering he's a co-leader at the moment. I think we're ultimately not going to take it because we're just a little bit too much of a disagreement on that one. But I think he's got an outside shot today.
Okay. And if you look at the FedEx Cup standings, Tom Hoge's put together a really good season so far. He's sitting at number 12, before the tournament even started this week, and right now predicted to shoot all the way up to number 2 if he can get the job done. So we know that you guys differ on your opinion of Hoge though. Right, Neil, I want to look at the chasing pack because there's 3 really big names right behind in Patrick Cantlay, Jordan Spieth, 2 guys that have great history around here, and Denny McCarthy, just behind them.
Well, if Denny McCarthy is ever going to win, it's going to be from 4 shots back when absolutely no one is expecting him to win. So this could actually be, it could come good for you. Yeah. But no, like I said,
in case you haven't seen this, I pick Denny McCarthy every week because I'm just waiting for it to happen. He is there or thereabouts pretty much every tournament right now.
Well, Luke List came from 5 back last week, so there's no reason why Denny McCarthy can't come from 4 back and shoot a low one.
Yep.
But no, some of the names you've just mentioned there, Patrick Cantlay and Jordan Spieth. Hard to see past one of them having a really good one today. Spieth has got all the momentum you would think. He was matched at around 400-1 on one of the Betfair exchanges here in the UK. So he was regarded as being completely out of it, and now he's got a great chance. His approach play yesterday was kind of like back to what we expect from Spieth. In particular, 17, he hit the flag, didn't he? Yeah. Which was a bit of good luck, but you can tell sort of things are going in the right direction for Spieth. We kind of talked down his chances at the start of the week because he was abysmal last week, quite frankly. But the momentum is with Spieth, and out of the 2, I think he's the man I prefer today. Okay,
what kind of odds did you say for Spieth?
Spieth is available at 4-1, and Patrick Cantlay is the favourite at 3-1.
Okay.
Just while we talk about Spieth, can we talk about that shot? Where, like right on the edge of the cliff, incredible, wasn't it?
I mean, and he even said afterwards that he shouldn't have done it. He was like, I regret it. It was stupid. But my God, and the camera angle that they scrambled to get together for that, like the drone camera, it was unbelievable. Like you had your heart in your mouth watching him hit that shot.
Funnily enough, I was hill walking in the Scottish Highlands last summer and I nearly fell off a cliff, so I can relate to how he was feeling.
Oh gosh. Right, Duncan, then looking at the rest of the chasing pack, is there anyone that's catching your eye?
I think really I see it as between those guys who are 13 under and better. We spoke about Seamus Power and how he might struggle today in terms of, that mental kind of adjustment to where he is now in the leaderboard compared to where he was. He certainly has the firepower to make plenty of birdies, as we saw the first 2 days. So I wouldn't rule him out the leaderboard completely. And then Joel Damon and Patrick Cantlay have obviously got great chances as well. And I wouldn't be surprised really for Cantlay to come through and put a strong finish in as well. But for us, it was Spieth. I just think that everything that he's got going on, he's got the momentum, he's got the arrival of his child. Just everything points to Spieth really for us. And last week, it came out that he was ill last week. He'd been suffering with an illness, and that was the kind of reason for his poor result. Whereas this week he seems to be back to full fitness, and he's just a danger around here, isn't he?
I mean, he loves it here. He's won here before. He's like the AT&T poster boy, and was in contention last year. And that was really the first time we'd seen the old Spieth coming back. So he played Pebble Beach yesterday, shot a 63 back on the same course on Sunday for the final round. And yeah, I'm the same as you. I just can't really see it going any other way. Right. What about our parlay today then? Always the favourite part of the show.
Yeah. So I can't really see past the favourites this week. People that know me, and if you've watched the show before, I genuinely like to go for a bit of an outsider or someone who I think is a bit of value. But really, I can't see beyond the favourites in the final 3 2-balls. So we're looking then at Jordan Spieth to beat Joel Damon at 8-11. We're looking at Patrick Cantlay to take down my friend Tom Hoge at 8-13. And then in the last 2-ball, we're looking at Andrew Putnam to beat Bo Hossler at 4-5. So the treble on those 3 will pay you just under 4-1. And I think that the strength of their play and the quality of their play will come to the fore today. And that's where I see the bet being.
Okay, great. I say that the parlay is the best part of the show. It's not really today because we have to celebrate a golf betting club win at the Saudi International. Guys, picking Harold Varner to get it done. Well done. Congratulations, because that was a big money day for you guys, and I'm sure a lot of other people too that subscribe to Golf Betting Club.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of our subscribers will be living life today, Diane. So that's great. We can all celebrate it together. And we've got Troy Merritt from pre-event as well. So he's 5 back, like Luke List was last week. So you never know; it could be a double celebration.
Yeah.
If Troy Merritt wins, I dread to see what the video will be like on Twitter from Neil.
Oh, that's actually my favourite part of the show today. Listen, if there's ever a reason to get involved with Golf Betting Club and subscribe, then this is it, because the results speak for themselves today. Hopefully it continues at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So guys, how do people sign up and get involved?
Yeah, so if you want to follow us on social media, on Twitter, we're at Golf Betting Club. On Instagram, we're at Golf Betting Club Official. And the website is golfbettingclub.com, and you'll find full details on the website about how to sign up for the coming year.
Great. And this show's obviously on YouTube, but we have a podcast version as well that comes out every Sunday, and you can find that on all the podcast apps and sites. Next week, it's the WM Phoenix Open, the big one. And guys, I'm going to be there. So hopefully I'll get some insider intel at the start of the week. And then on Sunday, I'll be on location somewhere, somewhere in Scottsdale. And yeah, we'll see how it goes down at one of the wildest weeks of the PGA Tour.
Me and Duncan might be able to fly over for it now. thanks to Harold.